Alright everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, this video, we're just going to be talking about some things I've learned over like the past year of riding. I started riding a little over a year ago. So yeah, I figured I'd just share my experiences with that, and then just some things, some tips and tricks, I guess you want to call them, that I've picked up over this past year of riding. So obviously the first one, it's gonna be a little bit dependent on whether you're going through the DMV or if you've just taken your MSF course. But you know, you don't have to get up on the road right away, especially, you know, a lot of new riders are pretty nervous and they have a lot of anxiety about riding on like the actual road. So what you can do, and what I did, was when you first start riding, you know, just go up and down your street, your neighborhood, you know, and then turn around at the end of the block or something and then go back up and down. Do that for a little while, and then, you know, slowly move down to the next street. And then yeah, just slowly progress and slowly explore and go further and further out. Nobody's forcing you to like immediately jump onto the road and stuff. So another point on with that would be the time of day you ride. Some of, I don't know if you want to be riding to work right away, but I mean, if you do, that's good. I mean, you just get more experience that way. But picking the time of day, if you're not doing anything all day and then you're just planning on going riding, like, pick and choose what time of day you're gonna go out, because depending on where you live, the traffic could be a lot worse, the roads could be a lot more congested. So for example, it's like 7 in the morning-ish here, around 7 in the morning, and the roads shouldn't be that bad, as you can see. Around like 8 or so, they'll probably get a little more, a little bit busier, which is normal. Let's see, same with around like 5 p.m. to around 7 p.m. You know, that's like usually when people are getting off work, trying to get home. Usually people would drive a lot crazier then, because, you know, they're tired from getting off work and then they're trying to rush home. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, at around that time drive crazy. Let's see what else. Let's see. Alright, so the next one would be saving money on like maintenance and stuff. So depending on what kind of bike you have as like your first bike, I had a Japanese bike, a Kawasaki Z400. So I was pretty much able to do like the maintenance myself, the majority of it, like lubing and cleaning the chain, tightening that when it got loose, changing my own oil and stuff like that. That'll definitely save you a lot of money, and it's really easy to do. It probably takes like 15 to 20 minutes at that. So basically, with the Japanese bikes, it's going to be a lot cheaper to service them. But I don't know where you guys are, but still where I live, it's still like 150 bucks an hour for like servicing and stuff. And so like the labor is like is 150 bucks like an hour. So it won't take long to like do the maintenance on your bike, depending how busy your shop is. But when I took my Z400, they were done within the hour. So, and then it was like 156 or something like that. If you start letting them change your oil and stuff, it's definitely going to drive up the price, when you could just pay 40 bucks for an oil change kit if you just do it yourself. Same with the chain cleaning. You're going to want to keep that chain clean anyway, so just go ahead and spend the money on the stuff, because it's definitely worth it to have and then learn and be able to do it yourself. But yeah, so that's some maintenance tips, I guess. What else? Like I said, just, you know, don't have to go too far. Just slowly progress. Progression is just the key to like a lot of things. when you're beginning a ride. Ridden for, like I said, a little over a year. I've only had 3 close calls, which I think is pretty good. You see a lot of people say they have a close call every time they ride, usually because they're doing something wrong. If you're riding the defensively, then you shouldn't be coming into that many close calls, let's be honest. Yeah, just be careful, you know, don't push yourself to do something if you're not comfortable with it, you know. The highway, I don't think I went on that for like a while before, till after like I started riding on the street and stuff like that. But it was definitely a lot of fun whenever I did get on there for the first time, so that was cool. Now some more of the basic stuff, like gear and stuff, I should say. Buy the gear before you buy the bike. It should be pretty self-explanatory. I know some people don't, but the gear does get pretty expensive. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that much, and then when I was like buying all this stuff, it gets up there pretty quick. Don't cheap out on the gear either, you know. Don't go on Amazon and get one of those $200 helmets or $100 helmets. They're not going to protect you in the event of a crash, you know. You're just going to get seriously messed up. Another thing is, for you new riders, even if you just passed like MSF or just got your endorsement, like, that's nice and all, that's great and all, but I think that everybody should still spend at least 15 minutes in a parking lot a few times a week or something like that, however much you can. So spend time actually still practicing maneuvers on your bike. Some people like practice for it a lot and then pass the first try, and then they're able to do all them slow speed maneuvers and stuff, but then since they didn't have to do them anymore for the test, if once like a situation happens where they need to like use those skills and stuff, they forget how to. So you just want to always be like brushing up on that, always be practicing. One thing I like to think about or just tell myself whenever I'm riding is no matter how much experience you have, I feel like you're always learning something every time you go and ride. It's easy to become a good rider, it's hard to become an expert level rider. It's so nice out right now. Another thing I saw the other day, I was on Reddit, and in the guy doesn't live in the US, but he lives in Germany, and he was a new rider, and then he was saying, he was like, hey guys, I have little to no experience riding. Do you think it would be okay for me to go 124 miles per hour on the Autobahn? And then he had kilometers, but he had like translated it to whatever, 120 miles per hour. I think that's dumb to me, but you know, people can do what they want. But like me and a bunch of other people in the comments are trying to tell them that, like, once you're going that high of a speed, like, it's really easy to get going that fast. But then when you have to like do an emergency brake or something like that, that's in your way. If you don't have the skills for that, the basic skills for just anything, like, that's just gonna make stopping at that speed 10 times more dangerous, you know. But you know, to each his own. You know, just be mindful of what you're doing. Don't get too confident and stuff like that. Overconfidence is definitely one of the things that definitely takes out a lot of new riders. They'll be riding for around a few months and then you know, think that, oh, I've been riding around for a few months, been doing good, nothing's gonna happen to me, and then I just get a little too cocky. ego is not your amigo. Yeah. So what I like to do pretty much, I mean, I watch motorcycle videos every day, but I at least try to watch at least one Dan the Fireman video or like a Moto Madness compilation, and then just tell myself I'm not trying to end up on there. Watching those is usually a good way to keep yourself in check, you know, make sure you're not getting too cocky or anything, and just to remind yourself that, you know, you're not invincible. So we're gonna go this way. This is a long light. Oh yeah, one thing, lane position when you're stopping in traffic, sorry. I like to sit right here where I'm on the side. If you hit directly behind the back of the vehicle, if you get rear-ended, you're going into the back of that truck. That's a bad day for me. So I like to stay on either side of the truck, so I actually have an escape path around to the right side or to the left side. And if I do get hit, hopefully I'm able to aim myself in between the cars. And then also with this way I can see around the car, so I can see what's happening in front of me. Sometimes car drivers will think that's an invitation for them to roll into your lane right next to you, but you just gotta watch out for that and be careful. But yeah, you always want to make sure you're in a good position to see the road ahead. Leave a good distance. It was a good thing I had a good distance between me and the car in front of me the other day. So I was riding along, and then so big ass pallet of wood like happened to be in the middle of the road, and I had plenty of time to swerve around it, going like 40 to 50, which was fine. But like if I had been too close to the car in front of me, there's no way I would have seen it in time, and then I would have definitely run it over and maybe fallen off or crashed. So, you know, that's a good thing that I noticed it. And yeah, when you're new, you know, when you first get on the bike, it's such a cool feeling. You feel so cool, it's so awesome. And like I said, your ego will, you know, try to get you to push yourself and, you know, try to show out in front of all these other people. And, you know, it's really not worth it. They could give a crap about you going super fast, doing wheelies and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, whether you crash or you succeed doing whatever you're doing, showing out, you know, they're going to be walking away unharmed, and they're not going to be at risk, but you are. Is it really worth popping a wheelie or speeding and just to show off to a car, just end up crashing right after that, and then just embarrassing yourself, really? I don't think so. I'd rather be safe and then make sure I don't mess my bike up, and then I can go out riding another day. That's just the ultimate goal. Those are just some things I can think off the top of my head for this one. If I think of any more, you know, I'll throw them down in the description or the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for liking and subscribing and watching the videos. You know, it's awesome. So I will catch you guys in the next one. But for now, I'm just gonna let some of this riding go, so you guys can watch some of that. But anyway, peace. Thanks for watching.